Hey everybody, welcome to the Pretend Pundits. If you like the content we're putting out, please consider giving this video a like, subscribing to the channel, and turning on notifications to be notified every single time we go live or upload a video. You can even join in the conversation with us by joining the Discord. The link will be in this video description. Now sit back and enjoy. Okay guys, here we go then, episode 2 of our combined 11 series. So after the success, hopefully, of the first one we've done, of the all-time Prem 11. We've gone for a slightly different feeling on this one today. We've gone for an all-time hated 11. We did agree on a 4-3-3 formation. I don't know about you boys, but mine is hella scuffed. So we've got a centre-back
Yeah.
at right-back and a winger in the midfield. But we're making it up as we go along. We're called the Pretend Pundits for a reason, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, as before then, we've brought 11s to the party. Sean's got a full squad of 31. He's doing a Chelsea FC on us. He's got a lot of potential hated people. This is a combination of renownedly hated people in the Prem and also people that we hate individually. There might be context, there might not be, but we'll go through it and bring together our all-time hated 11. So I'm going to throw the goalkeeping position first of all. Then Aidan said his choice is going to throw us off. So Aidan, give us your nomination for goalkeeper, dude.
Right. So I don't personally hate this person, right? But I know a lot of people do. Well, I think they do anyway. So I've gone with Martinez.
Friendly fire, friendly fire.
Yeah. But obviously I don't hate him, but his shithousery.
Yeah,
I just think a lot of people are all over him at the minute. So I think, yeah, that's who I've gone with, Martinez.
yeah. Sean.
I'm with you, Aidan. You're right. He's a horrible, horrible, time-wasting rat.
Yeah.
I had two choices for goalkeeper. One was Dean Henderson for personal reasons, obviously his hatred for United. But I had Martinez as my second choice. So I think renownedly, for
There we go.
nothing but his absolute shithousery, Martinez goes in straight away into
Yeah.
the team. Then sorted.
Yep.
The goalkeeping
Yeah.
position is so easy to sort out. I love it. We might have to do a goalkeeper 11. Who knows?
Yeah.
We'll go with defence then. Sean, kick us off with your defensive choices. Any way you like. Left back, centre back, right back.
So, not to beat Aston Villa when they're down, but I've gone for Ashley Young in this position because
What?
not only did he cheated, he dived, but he also swallowed bird poo and refused to accept that it was bird poo, and therefore is in my team.
Oh my god. So is that your right back?
No, he's my left back.
Left
He's your
back.
left back.
Yeah, I think he plays left back for Aston Villa, and he played left back for Man
Yeah.
United for a few
Yeah, he
seasons.
plays fucking all over the place, doesn't he, to be fair to him.
He played all
Yeah.
over the place averagely. I've got
Yeah,
Andy
so-
Robertson for left back. I just think, for me, Liverpool was successful. He was arrogant. Put the two together, and I hate him. So that's my left back.
Okay, so I haven't actually got an actual left back. So I've got another centre. So I've got a centre back.
I hope Andy
So-
Robertson's not watching when you said I've got an actual left back.
So yeah, this is a centre back I've got. It's Liam Ridgewell.
Oh, yeah, he was a horrible player as well.
Yeah.
Really dirty.
Okay.
Yeah, and he's a fucking snake. He played for Villa, then went to Birmingham, West Brom.
Yeah.
Absolute rat.
Yeah.
So
Ooh.
that's what I've gone with.
I didn't think of Ridgewell, but when you say it, I remember playing against him a few times. I think he played against us in the League Cup final that we lost, and I think again he was a really nasty player.
Yeah, he's a prick.
Okay.
Mm.
I'll be happy to give that one up then. Is that your left back?
That would be my left back.
Yeah, Ridgewell. Okay, absolutely,
Yeah.
that's fine then. I think a bit of personal vendetta, but Aidan seems to be holding on to that one, so we'll give him that.
Yeah. Lovely.
Centre backs then. Do you want to name your centre back pairing, Sean?
John Terry. This is becoming an Aston Villa
Yeah.
11, isn't it?
If you say what I think you're going to say,
I know he's a bit of a curveball for you. I loved him, but he was absolutely hated. Sol Campbell.
okay,
Yeah.
that wasn't what I was gonna say.
The Arsenal Spurs connection. I think there was Judas signs everywhere.
Yeah.
Every time that he went to Tottenham, they would smash the buses. They would bang on the sides of them. He was hated universally, I think, by Spurs fans. That he was their captain. He left on a free transfer. There's lots of things, but I loved him. And he did the greatest slide of all time. Don't know if you've ever seen Sol Campbell's never-ending slide tackle.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Is that for
Yeah.
England?
Yeah, he just carries on.
yeah.
But yeah, I loved him, but I can see why other people hated him.
Yeah, I don't know, one fan base is enough, but yeah, it's like Beckham had the same when he got sent off for England in the game against Argentina. So I don't know how much we can take that. I mean, even United fans were burning effigies of David Beckham, which is outrageous. But sorry, not United fans, England fans. Yeah, I've got John Terry in there, first player to be nominated in both 11s so far. My second choice, David Luiz. I just absolutely hated the clown. He was bloody sideshow Bob, diving around, farting around, just an absolute shit. He was. I can't remember who tackled him. It was in a United v Chelsea game. He went down, wasting time at the end of the game, and he looked up to the camera and smirked. And, God.
I remember that.
Top 10 most punchable faces in the world.
I remember that.
Yeah, I didn't like him. He was a bit of a dirty player. He got humbled by Germany in that time when they lost 7-1 in the World Cup as well, which I loved.
Yeah.
I enjoyed every moment of David Luiz's downfall, and that's why he's in my team. But John Terry as well.
Okay. So I've got John Terry and Julian Lescott.
Do you just not like Aston Villa players, Aidan?
I don't like Julian Lescott. He was a useless fucking twat who didn't care about the club. So, yeah, I said a lot of them were very personal for me. John Terry, I just figured everyone hated John Terry.
Yeah.
A lot of people didn't like him. Obviously, shagging fucking Wayne Bridges' misses as well. That didn't help his case. And then, yeah, just Julian Lescott because he's a fucking useless donkey. I don't know how he got a professional career in football, and I can't believe he paid his wages for like 2 years.
So I think John Terry has absolutely cemented his place into this hated 11.
Absolutely, yeah.
The list goes on for reasons to hate John Terry. So we're split for the third choice then. Let's have a look at right backs and then let's see what we can do to get people in. Aidan, who have you got at your right back?
I've got Danny Mills.
Oh,
okay.
I didn't think of Danny Mills. That is a good shout.
I've got Danny Mills from Man City.
I went with Gary Neville because of the Liverpool, Man United abuse that he got, and he went and celebrated right in front of the Liverpool fans when he scored one day.
How's I hate it? Love him.
Yeah, well, he looks like if you look like a rat, you sound like a rat, you're a rat.
I think Gary Neville has sort of saved his reputation since working with Sky Sports. He's doing a lot of fan involvement stuff. I think it might be unfair. He has turned it around a little bit. I love the Danny Mills shout. Yeah,
that's a good shout, that one.
And I've also shoehorned a centre back into my right back position. I think he played there before, though. I can't remember. That's why I put him there. It's Ricardo Carvalho from Chelsea. When he was at Chelsea, he was he was probably worse than David Luiz. I think the theme comes from if a player terrorizes you and the team you support, you're probably going to hate them. And Carvalho was on par, if not worse, than David Luiz for me. He was just an absolute shithouse during the games, going in for horrific challenges. That's why I've put him in there. Danny Mills, though, have you got a better case for Danny Mills? What makes you think he belongs in there? I think he's the strongest shout so far.
Yeah, like I think just everyone knows he was an absolute shithouse. He was a dirty little cunt. Even now, he's still a prick. He's just a gobshite. Like he wasn't even a good footballer. He was fucking useless. He was a very, 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 very shit Gary Neville.
Yeah,
like he was. I don't get it. He has no right to comment on football.
Yeah, and for TalkSport, he's forever calling out. I mean, I remember he called out Perez and Lundberg recently and said that they were absolute nobodies. It's like, look at yourself, Danny Mills.
Yeah, literally. I wouldn't even have him on here as a pretend pundit.
No, he's too pretend for us.
Yeah. He has less of a clue than we do.
Well, that's what I mean. When it comes to doing this stuff, we get the occasional comment saying, "Oh, you're pretend pundits, your shit opinion." But you look at the people who are giving their opinion, like Paul Merson said Casemiro's only here for a payday. Jamie Carragher said Martinez is too short and will never make it. It's fine if that's your opinion. You're wrong, but
Yeah.
yeah. Shall we say Danny Mills then at right back?
Any opportunity to get more Spurs players in?
Yeah. And we've got a centre back spot open. Who's got the biggest honourable mention here? Do we think? Do we think Sol Campbell then? Just purely, we'll give that one to the Tottenham fans.
Yeah, I'd probably say Sol Campbell over David Luiz.
Yeah.
Just purely because of, although I don't know, because David Luiz did fucking Chelsea and Arsenal, didn't he? So it's, but yeah, no, I'd say Sol. I'd say Sol personally, just the way he did the whole leaving Tottenham.
When Sol left Arsenal, he wanted to go to a big European club, and Arsene Wenger let him go for free, only for him to go to Portsmouth and then not go to a foreign team. I think he kind of did the dirty both times.
Yeah,
Yeah, and after he's retired as well, he's been a bit of a weird manager, isn't he? I mean, I've seen things where he said that if Beckham wasn't captain of England team, he should have been, but he was passed up on those opportunities. I think, it kind of rubs the people up along the wrong way.
yeah.
Okay then.
So
So we're clear past from the all-time hated 11, the goalkeepers and defenders then.
yep.
So we've got Emi Martinez. In the centre back, we've got John Terry, Sol Campbell, right back Danny Mills, and then left back was, remind me,
Not my one.
Your
It wasn't my-
nomination, Aidan.
Oh, was it Liam Ridgewell?
That's it, Liam
Yeah.
Ridgewell.
Yeah.
Lovely.
Prick.
Okay, then let's move on to the midfield.
Yeah.
Sean, kick us off with any of your midfield choices. Again, we're in a 4-3-3, so it could be any position. I've got a winger in there, but
I've gone for Steven Gerrard, and I think Liverpool fans will love Steven Gerrard. Man United fans will hate him. I think he's hated universally because he was that good, and people wanted to see him not win the Premier League. Great player, he was an arsehole. But he slipped, he fell, and will sing songs forever because of it. So I think Steven Gerrard's in there for me.
Steve Gerrard, he slipped on his fucking ass. Absolutely. The thing is, I don't hate him because he has no Premier League medals, so I've got nothing to be jealous of as a player. Fond memories of him getting sent off after 38 seconds at Anfield, which is one of my favourite Gerrard memories of all time. I haven't got him in my team, but I can see what you mean. He is probably universally hated by United fans, but it's just the Liverpool stuff, isn't it?
He was arrogant as well, wasn't he? He was forever arrogant.
Yeah, he's a bit of a cock. I haven't got him in my team because I thought as a player he was all right. If
we are picking a manager. We are picking a manager.
Yeah. Oh, he'll be fucking in there. He's in there as manager. All right. So for centre midfielder, I've gone with again Craig Gardner. Another snake, another rat. Like he is worse. For me, he's probably one of my most hated all-time players in the Premier League. I fucking cannot stand this little prick. Gobshite. He reckons he used to be a Villa fan, then he went off to Birmingham, and now he hates Villa all of a sudden. Like, he's just a fucking moron, cunts deluded. But yeah, I'm happy to give that one up, though, because I feel like there's going to be better options than Craig Gardner. That's just a very personal vendetta for me.
Did he play for Brom as well?
Yeah.
So he's played for all three of them?
Yeah, rat.
He's done a Les Scott, just played for 3 West Midlands clubs.
Yeah, fucking melt.
Okay, so I won't follow up with a personal one then. I'll follow up with who I think is probably in your teams as well, potentially, and that's Joey Barton.
Yeah, I've got Joey Barton.
Yeah.
Just what else is there to say apart from the fact he's a massive wanker?
Did he throw hot darts at first team? No, he stubbed cigarettes out on somebody's eye or something stupid. He got put in prison for it.
He's done all sorts.
Yeah, the fact he's been in prison, the fact that he, even during his time at Fleetwood, I can't remember if it was actually at Peterborough, he got done for something, whether he got a ban or, I don't know, there was an assault of some sort. Maybe it was Rotherham. I can't remember. There's so much shit that goes on with Joey Barton. When he went to Marseille and did that terrible French accent as well, it's just like, what are you even doing? You're just making us look like idiots.
You're missing the big one, Andy. He got sent off against Man City for QPR and handed Aguero the opportunity to score that goal.
Did he?
Yeah, he got sent off in that game.
Oh.
So they were winning 1-0, or yeah, I think it was 1-0. And then he got sent off, and then City scored 2 goals, and Man City won the title.
Rigged.
Mm.
Yeah, Joey Barton, his reputation precedes him. I don't really need to explain it, but yeah, that just adds to the fire. Yeah, Sean, talk us through your next nomination for midfield.
So I've got Joey Barton as well, but I will also go with Samir Nasri. He had no chin, and he went from Arsenal to Man City at a time where Arsenal just lost Fabregas. Arsene Wenger said that we weren't going to lose both of them in the same window. You may remember we signed 5 players on transfer deadline day, and we played Manchester United the week before. We lost 8-2, and Samir Nasri lost the ball more times than any team collectively did within that season that led directly to a goal. The guy, he's a sellout. He has no chin. He's a tubby bastard now. Rat.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Jesus.
So you got Barton as well and Nasri. Okay, interesting.
Yeah.
Aidan, who have you got as your next 2 choices?
Yeah, so I was stuck between Joey Barton and Robbie Savage.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
I figured Robbie Savage, like, let's be honest, no fucker likes him.
If we had a hated commentators, he'd be there for sure, but I just kind of felt sorry for him. He never made it at United and then just proceeded to get slapped around everywhere.
And getting headbutted by Dion Dublin.
And punched in the face by referees.
Yeah.
He's in my honourable 11. In my honourable mentions one. He was... Savage was a bastard.
Wow, okay. Was he savage? He
tried to be. It was embarrassing.
Yeah.
So we can cement down Joey Barton then. Who was your other choice, Aidan? Was it Barton?
Yeah, it was one of my centre midfielders was between Savage and Barton.
Okay, so my other 2, one of them is a bit personal, but not as personal, it seems, as you guys. Marouane Fellaini. He scored a mentally good goal against us for Everton, like important headed win. We decided it would be a great idea to sign him, and oh my god, the nightmares I would have the night before a United game thinking that he's going to be on the team sheet. He seemed to get preferred over a lot of better choices, and for the opposition, I think there was a case to be made that he just almost elbowed every single person in the face.
Oh, he loved an elbow, didn't he?
I don't understand why he kept getting picked for us. It's probably my hate shouldn't go towards him, but he just wasn't very good. Mourinho liked to put him up front when we needed a goal, which is just crazy. And he proved his worth when he left Man United because he went to play for Shandong something or other in China. So if he was as good quality as everyone made him out to be, he wouldn't be going to China from United. He'd be going to somewhere in Europe or a lower down Premier League team.
Yeah.
And I think my last mention, although he's not a midfielder by trade, I had to squeeze him in somewhere. James McLean.
Oh,
I get that.
Bringing politics into the game far too often. Standing away from his teammates during minutes silence for Remembrance Day. Just constantly making November Remembrance Day about him, about the poppy thing, making it a huge deal when no one really cared. And also recently, he's come back into the news because his relevance is obviously falling off a cliff. He's brought back, he wants the Premier League to have, like ice hockey. Anyone watch ice hockey? You're allowed to have fights, like legally. You're allowed to, when there's a break in the game. He wants that in the Premier League. He's come out and suggested that instead of there being handbags throughout the game, you should insist that the game stops so the players can have a fucking 20-second scrap. A couple of weeks ago, he said this.
Are you fucking joking me?
So, for me, with all the political stuff, being a bang average player trying to make a name for himself, for me, he's my number one contender.
I get it. I understand
Yeah,
that.
I can get on that.
So that's the one I want to put forward. So we've got Barton, we've got 2 open spots. Who do you think we should put in there from those then?
Hold on. Hold the fucking phone a minute. Are we fucking forgetting someone here?
He's on my honourable mentions if I'm thinking of what you're
Ye-
thinking.
Yeah, I think we are. Fucking Bruno. Let's not forget him.
Yeah, with his fucking talons and.
Yeah. His little rats fucking. Yeah.
Is he in
That
either
was-
of you boys' FPL teams?
No.
No.
Mm, okay.
No.
Well, I mean, it's your guys' nominations.
What do you reckon? We've got 2 slots.
Yeah, let's. I'm gonna take Nasri out of my team, and I'm gonna put Bruno back
Bruno.
in there.
If you want Bruno,
Yeah.
I think we go Bruno and McLean personally.
yeah. I mean, I
What
don't
do you
accept
reckon?
Bruno, but Bruno and McLean is fine for me. I think
I got.
I
What
know
about?
I get the Bruno stuff. He gets
Mhm.
hate from almost everyone that's not a United fan, so I can see where it comes from. But like Sean said earlier, when you're successful and when you're good, people just tend to hate you.
Just an honourable couple of mentions on there: Dennis Wise, Roy Keane, Jermaine Genus, Jamie O'Hara, and Danny Murphy.
Have you just named the whole of TalkSport's Saturday lineup or what? Like...
Danny Murphy was awful on the pitch. Same with Dennis Wise. Dennis Wise, actually, he was quite vicious. He would like purposely stand on your legs, and he would lift you up by like the bottom part of your armpit, and you could see he was a really dirty player. Dennis Wise was, but
Yeah, I
some,
think maybe it is a bit of recency bias for now. Just because that was a little bit before my time. I was sort of watching football as a kid at that time, and I never really thought too much into it. But yeah, are we happy? James McLean and Bruno then
yeah,
in the mid, along with
Yeah.
Joey Barton.
yeah.
Nice.
Fucking terrible middle 3, that is. Oh,
What a below average team this is
Oh,
becoming.
Jesus.
It is. Okay, so I'll kick us off then with the forwards.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
If you want to do it as a winger or a striker or whatever, I say I've got 2 strikers and a left winger, so it's very unorthodox. My left winger is Mr. £100 million, Jack Grealish.
Oh, get out of my fucking face. I'm about to fucking smash him into pieces.
Jack Grealish had the most punchable face you can imagine, to the point where a Birmingham City fan actually came onto the pitch to try and punch him in the face.
Yeah,
Like,
I remember that.
he's not good. He became just a bit of a heartthrob. He just became trending during the 2018 World Cup, right? Or was it the Euros in 2021?
Euros.
Yeah, he just became a bit of a trend. He was never that much of an amazing footballer. He was good for Villa, but tell me he's not the biggest waste of money signing ever. Like, he's a 50 million signing at best, right?
I'd probably say that sort of money, but
he's good
Jack
at drawing in fouls, but that's what makes him hateable at the same time, because he dives for a lot of it. Like, he wins fouls as opposed to gets fouled. Like, he's just such a nightmare to play against. He's not that good. He makes out like he's Mr. Big I Am because he cost 100 million. But no.
See,
Wanker.
my thing is, right, with Grealish, obviously, everyone says he's not that good, yeah? Look, Pep changed the way he plays at City compared to how he played at Villa. Villa has the freedom to run at people. He's not got that with Pep, but then you look at his recent form, and I saw a stat the other day. They've won more games with Jack Grealish in the starting lineup, and when he's not started, they've lost games. And
Yeah,
Jack Grealish has created all these chances, scored goals, and I don't think he's like the most hated.
But is
I
that
think
causal, though? Is that causal, or is it just a coincidence? Like, is it Jack Grealish winning these games, or is it just a coincidence that he's in the starting lineup?
Well, I mean, since he's been starting, he's been scoring goals, he's getting assists, he's creating chances. So I think there's something in it, but I wouldn't say he's the most hated. Probably from Birmingham fans, definitely every Birmingham fan fucking hates him with a passion. I don't think any United players really go out. United fans or Liverpool fans go out the way to go, "Oh, I hate Jack Grealish because he's gone to City."
Yeah.
They probably just think, waste of money, Man City are laughing, but really he's not doing that bad this season.
He was
I'm
closer
just
than
saying,
some people believed to joining Man United
I think
the
I
summer
think
before.
he's the type of player that you should have signed instead of Sancho. I think the two of those have gone into the wrong clubs. I think
yeah,
you should have swapped those over.
I dare say, from what was going on at the time, if Villa had been relegated the season before, he
Mm.
would have gone to United. But because they stayed up, I think he had a clause or something in his contract. But because Villa stayed up, he then stayed on at Villa for longer. They valued him higher, and then he went to Man City the following
yeah.
season.
Mm.
He stayed up and we gave him a new contract.
Yeah.
So when we stayed up, we offered him a new contract, and part of his contract was he had a European club release clause. So anyone who played in Europe could sign Jack Grealish for 100 million.
I think,
And
yeah,
that
but
was
we could have
the
had him the
deal.
season before had you got relegated for like
Yeah.
40,
Yeah,
which
Yeah.
is crazy. But I would have liked him at the time. But yeah, no, he chose the wrong side of Manchester, and yeah, I hate him. So
I think it's very similar to David Beckham. He's a poster boy, and his commercial revenue input is better
yeah.
than his actual footballing ability.
Mason Mount and Grealish together, you see them all over England's social medias. I think
Yeah.
that's probably what it is. But that's my left wing shout. If you want to give us yours, Aidan.
Mine is
Also Grealish.
fuck it. I would never pick my boy Grealish. Oh god. So left wing, I've got. He's not predominantly left winger, but I'm pretty sure he's played there before. Luis Suarez.
Oh,
You know, he kept chomping on people.
yeah.
I mean, it says a lot, doesn't it? Quality footballer, don't get me wrong. Fucking unreal footballer. He's done his fair bit, but I think when you sit there and buy like 4 different people and get caught every time, and the
Yeah.
race to shit with Evra, like, come on. I think
Yeah.
that's enough to go. Yeah, you're probably quite hated by a lot of people.
Yeah, he's in my team as the striker.
Is it mine?
Was it Chiellini, Evra, the racism thing at Ajax? He got done for it as well, and
Yeah,
I think he
Ivanovic.
gets straight in, doesn't he? Ivanovic, yeah.
Yeah.
He gets straight in there. Left wing, Sean. Who have you got?
El Hadj Diouf.
Yeah,
yeah. I saw
He-
like a lot of people hating on him.
Well, he played for Liverpool at the same time as Steven Gerrard, so I thought it'd be funny to put them both in my team together because Diouf hated Gerrard. Gerrard hated Diouf.
Yeah,
He would spit. He went to Rangers. He spat there. He played for Leeds. He was hated at Leeds. I think he's a despicable human. He supported Colonel Gaddafi in probably one of the weirdest tweets you'll ever see.
God.
He was just a weird person.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah, El Hadj Diouf. I hated him.
yeah. Good shout. I rate that highly. I've seen a lot about him again. I don't remember him vividly, but yeah, the spitting stuff alone for me that's just absolutely disgusting. Playing for Liverpool is also disgusting.
And Leeds.
Yeah,
but I'm not too worried about Leeds as always. Yeah, good shout there, Aidan. Who have you got in as your choice of striker or right winger?
The right wing, I've got Adama Traore.
No, you really don't like him, do you?
I fucking honestly, I don't understand how he's a footballer. I can't get my head around it. He's a rugby player. That's all he is. He's a rugby player who gets covered in oil by his fucking coaching team before. Did you see him against Liverpool? He was fucking glistening. Fucking honestly.
More bottles
I
of
tell you
oil
what,
than appearances.
Yeah. Oh, we'll give you 100 grand a week, and we'll give you a contract with Johnson's baby oil. How about that? Oh yeah, lovely. Just go on the pitch. We'll lube you up and just run. Get the ball. If you don't even get it at your feet because you can't control the ball at your feet, kick it out of you and just run after it. Oh yeah, no worries. Yeah, off you go, mate. There you go. Have that. Everyone's just slipping and sliding off him. Fuck off. No. How is he a footballer? Honestly, fucking useless. Twat.
Famously, somebody said that he has the body of a Ferrari with a Fiat engine behind his brain.
Yeah, literally. He's got the technical ability of a fucking slipper.
He went to Barcelona somehow.
He
Yeah.
started at Barcelona. That's where we signed him from.
I
12
don't know.
million.
That's not a bad price. I mean, you didn't get rid. It's not 100 million, but
No, at first I was quite excited about him. You think, oh, this fucking wonder kid from Barcelona, Adama Traore. Plays his first game, fucking lightning. I was like, oh, this boy's quick. Let's see his technical ability.
He's got
I'm still
technical-
waiting. I'm still waiting. And then he kicked off because he wanted to be the highest paid player at Villa. After being there for like fucking 6 months. No, mate. Get fucking on. Then in Middlesbrough. Twat.
I remember speaking about this on a pod that there was a video of him going around. He was in some service station racing kids in the car park. Just absolutely leaving some 11-year-olds in the dust. Like, what?
Oh my god.
Oh well, at least it's a trophy for him, me.
Prick.
Right winger then, Sean.
So this guy doesn't play right wing, but I had to get him into the side somehow. Adebayor.
Yeah, I figured you might go Adebayor.
Yeah, so famously we sold him. So he wanted a pay rise. Arsene Wenger said no. At the time, he was playing second fiddle behind Van Persie, but Van Persie was getting injured a lot. He's wanted a bigger contract. Arsene Wenger said no, and so we sold him to Man City, I think for 35 million or something like that. First game against us, he sprints the whole length of the pitch.
I fucking love that celebration.
To celebrate in front of the away fans, Arsenal fans.
Did he get booked for that as well?
Yeah, rightfully so.
Yeah, there was shit being launched on the pitch.
And then he goes on loan to Real Madrid. So did he go on loan to Real Madrid? Yeah. And then Spurs sign him. So now he's a double rat. Like I hate Adebayor. It didn't really have that great season. I mean, he had a few good seasons, but he was never a 30-goal a season type of guy. He was lazy, and he expected everybody to work for him. Horrible. Rat.
Okay, and Suarez, I'm assuming, was your striker choice, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, so my right wing choice, again, we're doing this shoehorning people in thing. I've got Charlie Austin. Just purely because he's nothing but an absolute moan bag. He's absolutely bang average. When he was playing for Southampton, all he did in post game interviews was moan about the ref, moan, and he kept going. It's clear and obvious to see this, that, and the other. Yeah. And he's just another one of these average footballers who, because they go on TalkSport and give their opinion, they think it's better than everyone else's.
Yeah.
He had an argument recently. I think it was on TikTok. Who does he play for now?
Is it Bristol City?
I think it's someone like
Is it? Hang on, let me just have a quick look. I believe it was. Yeah, Swindon.
Swindon, same.
He was talking to the fans, and like I respect any player that will go and talk to the fans after the game, but he was having a conversation with this fan, and at the end of it, he could have just done the professional thing and walked off. At the end of the day, if you're taking what a fan says seriously, yes, they're probably Neanderthals saying stupid shit, but you don't go, "Oh yeah, what are you doing after the game, mate? Going and having your Chinese." It's just like, that's how he loses an argument. He just attacks a fan.
Pot noodle and a wank.
yeah, literally.
And yeah, he's just arrogant. He's so full of himself. I think for someone who wasn't really that good of a player, his arrogance I just hate it. I just hate the arrogance of players. So they're my choices there. Yeah, so Suarez concretes himself in.
Yeah.
And we've got to choose then between. I don't know how strongly I feel about the case for Traore. I know you've got a personal. They're both very personal for you there, the Adebayor thing and the Traore thing. I'm prepared to drop Grealish because, again, I've not really got a strong case for him either.
I appreciate that.
But I do think I do think out of all of them, I've got a stronger case of Charlie Austin than anyone.
I've also got Andy Johnson as my striker.
Oh, Andy
Oh, of
Johnson.
course,
Yeah.
Suarez was your winger, wasn't he? Andy Johnson.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Andy Johnson. I remember him vividly. He was such a fucking. He was so shit as well. I think it was one of my first seasons going to watch Villa, and he scored 2 for Crystal Palace, and he came and ran and stood in front of the whole end both times with his arms open, like this. I just remember the little bald head. Oh, flashbacks. I'll never get him out of my head. He lives in there rent free. I'll happily admit it because he's a cock. I had to get that in there. I didn't want to leave him out because I'm hoping one day he sees this.
Hopefully,
Prick.
we'll have to tag him.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Ooh.
They're very, very good choices. Have you got anyone else in honourable mentions?
I have. So I've got Drogba, Ronaldo, Tevez,
Tevez.
Lamella, Van Nistelrooy, Michael Owen. I'm sure I've got another 2. Costa and Bellamy.
What about also Balotelli?
I didn't really hate Balotelli. I thought his antics were
Yeah.
really funny.
He was just a meme, wasn't he? That
Yeah,
why
I
always
hate
me
him, but I
against
think
United
it
obviously pissed me off, but
I thought a lot of people fucking hated him. I didn't. I thought he was fucking hilarious.
the thing that made me laugh the most about Balotelli was that time when he would just, there was a restaurant somewhere in Manchester, he would just park his car on the pavement outside like a I don't know how much worth of supercar, just knowing that he'd get a ticket and he just didn't care. Like, he is funny.
Yeah, he is.
He is just funny. Like, he was annoying, but yeah, not enough for me to hate him. Ronaldo, I understand that. Ronaldo can't go in because as much as I have recently hated him, he's done too much good for us.
Yeah, I couldn't.
Did I say Anelka?
Anelka, yeah,
Anelka's a big one.
Oh, this is a tough one.
Yeah. So have we picked our wingers? Have we decided on our wingers?
So we've got Suarez as a striker, but it's just forward, so it can be strikers and stuff as well.
Yeah, we'll do a forward 3.
Yes, Suarez in there for sure.
Yeah, Suarez has to be. Who we go with the other one? Who was the other winger choices that we went for? Or non-winger choices?
We haven't really decided yet.
So
I think I can give Adebayor.
Yep.
Yeah, I probably agree with Adebayor.
That was awful.
Even though to me, hilarious. But
yeah,
if that,
I thought it was fucking brilliant.
If that had happened with someone else, like maybe the Tevez thing was close-ish, but we didn't really take City seriously at the time.
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna, I don't know.
You're gonna die on that hill for Charlie Austin, aren't you?
No, I don't think I can. I mean, I thought my opinion would be shared a little bit more about Austin for someone who's so fucking arrogant, but
yeah, no, he is a cock. I fully agree with you. He is an absolute fucking melt. But I don't know if it's.
I think
people hated Drogba. Drogba was universally
hated.
I
like Drogba. I'd never had an issue with Drogba. I thought it was quality.
Yeah, the offside goal that he scored that cost us our 5 titles in a row was annoying, but
the diving, the cheating. I will always remember him shouting back at the FA, not the FA,
disgrace.
Yeah,
the Champions League.
But he's right though.
Yeah,
that was a disgrace. Yeah.
Yeah, you watch that back and people say, "Oh, you watch it back without context." It's like you don't need context to look at the fouls and the fucking terrible decisions that were made. It was disgusting.
Yeah. So we're all in agreement on Van Persie then. Yep, jolly good.
Yeah, Van Persie, rightio. I think purely because he's living rent free in Aiden's head, we can probably give it to Andy Johnson.
Yeah, he was a horrible player as well.
Yeah, I'll take Andy Johnson.
For similar reasons as Adebayor, the celebrations, the shithousing.
Yeah.
And that completes the most hated all-time Prem 11 then, boys. So just to round up, in the defence and the goalkeeper, Emi Martinez in goal, Liam Ridgewell left back, John Terry at centre back with, I've already forgotten, Sol Campbell, that's the one. Right back, Danny Mills. In the midfield, Joey Barton. James McLean, Bruno Fernandes.
Fucking rat claws.
And then up front or in the forward line, Emmanuel Adebayor, Luis Suarez, and Andy Johnson.
So who are you going for your manager?
For my manager, again, it could be recency based, but I've just gone with Jurgen Klopp. Jurgen Klopp has got a book thicker than the New Testament of excuses for every single game, whether it's weather conditions, referees, colours of kits. There's always someone else to blame for Jurgen's mistakes. Just Klopp, just Klopp in it.
So I'll take your Jurgen Klopp and give you Jose Mourinho. Because Chelsea twice, Man United, Spurs, each one of them he's had to get. All of the fans wanted him out. He was a good manager, and I think that a lot of people hated him because of that. But he's just his arrogance, his refusal to toe the line.
Yeah.
I mean, was it when he was at Inter Milan and he celebrated on the pitch at Barcelona, and he's run onto the pitch, knee sliding? Yeah.
And wasn't that when he was at?
Was it not at Inter Milan?
Was it when he knocked us out? That was before he went to Chelsea, wasn't it? When he knocked us out when he knocked United out of the Champions League with Porto.
Well, when he celebrated on the pitch with a knee slide?
I think so.
No, I swear it, because I think Valdez grabbed hold of him and was trying to sort him out. I'm almost certain.
We'll have to do some research on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know he knocked United out of the Champions League and he ran down the touchline. I don't know whether it was a knee slide or not, though.
Yeah, I remember him doing that. He celebrated down the touchline. So, enamoured himself to the United faithful there.
I think he was... Even towards the end, he wasn't hated at United. It was still very much against just the structure of our club. And the whole time he managed Man United, he lived in London. Which
did he? I didn't know that.
Everyone questioned his commitment to the club. Yeah, he lived in a hotel in London. He never actually owned a house in Manchester. So,
wow.
But he did do good things for us. You can't dispute it. And he famously said that one of his best achievements in his career was finishing second in the Premier League with that Man United team because he wasn't being backed. And I think he's right. He's probably our second best manager since Ten Hag. Since Fergie, sorry, after Ten Hag.
Famously gave Phil Jones a 5-year deal.
Well, he didn't know, did he?
That is massive.
Yeah.
We know who I've gone with.
Gerrard.
He's fucking useless.
Over Alex McLeish.
I don't want to talk about all the ex shit at Villa because it'll just get too much. No, Alex McLeish.
So we've got to keep the video below an hour.
Yeah, this will take me fucking ages talking about ex managers. No, not Alex McLeish. He was shit, but I don't think. Oh, Remy Gard. No.
Oh, yeah.
Remy Gard, like, he fucked off a lot of people. But I think all the shit with Steven Gerrard, like, the way he treated the players, like, it's just not on. What he did to Tyrone Mings, what he did to Freddie Gilbert, like, no.
I hate the fact that Gerrard left Villa so you guys could get a new manager bounce against United. That was a disgrace.
He did it on purpose. That was him, like, fuck you, United.
Yeah.
And I'm glad. I don't think it was his choice. I think the owners went, you're gone, mate.
Yeah.
He'd have been like, yeah, of course.
Busy that weekend polishing his Premier League medals. Oh, wait.
Yeah, not got any of the fucking shit prick.
I like the Mourinho shout, but yeah, in his first stint at Chelsea, I really disliked him. I think it's got to be Mourinho, right?
Yeah. I'm for either. Like, I've got no issue with both of them, so it's
honourable mention for Alex McLeish. We'll have him in there. He looked like a scrotum, didn't he?
He could be assistant manager.
Him and fucking Steve Bruce getting a cabbage launched at his head.
Right, that sums us up then. I'll post the team for you to see now. It probably will be on the screen as you're looking at it, and that is the most hated all-time Prem 11 as decided by the pundits.
Yep.
If you have got any other ideas for us, we've got a few more lined up, ready to go out. But if you've got a good idea for a combined 11 that you want to see, get it in the comments below. We'll certainly have a look through, get the most interesting ones. I don't know what we've got next week, but keep an eye out on the channel. If you haven't already, subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications. When that video is uploaded, you will see it first. Okay, guys, thank you very much.
See you later.
Look forward to the next one.
Yeah, man.